Hi everyone, welcome to this session. Now in this session, we are going to discuss about DC characteristics of operational amplifier. We have 4 different DC characteristics of operational amplifier like input bias current, input offset current, input offset voltage and thermal drift. In previous session, we have seen about input bias current and what is the effect of this input bias current and how to compensate it. Now in this session, we are going to discuss about one of the DC characteristics of operational amplifier, that is input offset current. Input offset current. Usually it is denoted by the symbol I suffix input offset current, I suffix IOS. Now as we know that the bias current is nothing but whenever biasing voltage is applied to an operational amplifier, a small current flowing through the op-amp terminals, then such small current is known as input bias current. Now, here if we see, this is an op-amp. Whenever biasing voltage is applied to the op-amp, very small amount of currents flowing through these op-amp terminals, these currents are known as biasing currents. Whereas these biasing currents are flowing into the op-amp terminals whenever the op-amp is constructed by NPN transistor, and if the op-amp is constructed by PNP transistor, these biasing currents will flow out of the op-amp terminals. So, whenever this biasing current compensation will work only when these two bias currents are equal. These two bias currents flowing through the op-amp terminals are equal. But practically, both bias currents will never be equal. This is because of the small difference or mismatch in the transistors used for op-amp construction during the fabrication process. That small mismatch in current which leads to the difference in the two bias currents. So, the difference of these bias currents is known as input offset current. Let us say IB plus and IB minus are the two bias currents. The difference of these two bias currents is known as input offset current. Now, let us see this input offset current depends on what parameters and how to compensate, what is the effect of this input offset current and how to identify the magnitude of this input offset current. Here, this is the circuit which we need to consider for the analysis of input offset current. Here, this figure shows there is no input voltage applied to the operational amplifier, and here we are using a compensating resistor for the input bias current compensation, whereas IB plus and IB minus are the two bias currents flowing through the two terminals of op-amp. R1 is the input resistance, RF is the feedback resistance. Let I2 is the feedback current. So here this is the circuit. Let us analyze the input offset current now. Here V1 is the voltage across this compensating resistor. Now, here in this circuit, let us apply KCL at this node A. Let us apply KCL at this node A. That is, here in this circuit, let us apply KVL for the loop. Here once if you observe in this circuit, we are not applying any voltage to the negative terminal, and if you consider this path, here there is no voltage and this path will be like this. Here it is ground, this is plus minus, voltage across this is V0 and this is I2 RF. Let us say this is feedback current, it will be plus minus, where the voltage across that is I2 times of RF, and here it is minus plus, that is voltage across compensating resistor. Now, if you apply KVL for this loop, if we apply KVL for this loop in this path, we have 3 branches. One is minus to plus. Let us say it is minus V0. And here in this branch it is plus to minus. Let us say it is plus I2 times of RF. And we have another branch of V1. It is minus to plus. So minus V1 is equal to 0. So if you apply KVL in this loop, we are getting this expression. Now from this what we can write? V0 can be written as I2 RF minus V1. So here you can find this expression. V0 is equal to I2 RF minus V1. And what is V1 here? Now you see in this circuit, what is V1? V1 is the voltage across this compensating resistor and IB plus is the current. Then V1 is equal to IB plus, current flowing through this branch, into R compensation. So that's what we have written. V1 is equal to IB plus into compensating resistance value. Now after that, let us apply KCL at this node A. If you apply KCL at this node A, to this node 3 branches are connected. One is I1 and the other one is I2 and third current is IB. So if you apply KCL, one input current, 2 input currents and one outgoing current, whereas outgoing current is IB minus, outgoing current is here, this is IB minus, and the 2 input currents are I1 plus I2. So IB minus is the outgoing current, it is equal to sum of the 2 input currents I1 and I2. Now from this we can write I2 is the feedback current is equal to IB minus I1. That's what we have written. We have seen from this equation 4. Okay. Now after that, what is I1 here? Here we are not applying any voltage, but I1 is the current flowing through this branch. Here this branch is directly connected to V1. So we can write I1 is equal to V1 by R1. Okay. So I1 is the current flowing through this branch. What is the current flowing through this branch? I1. I1 is equal to V1, voltage across that branch, by R1. So V1 by R1. And as we know that I1 is equal to V1 by R1, but instead of V1 we can substitute this IB plus into R compensation resistance value. So we have this expression IB plus R compensating resistance divided by R1. Now from this we can write what is I2 previous, from the previous expression substitute 6 in 4, we have IB minus I1 and we got this expression I1 is equal to IB plus R compensating by R1. Okay, this is I2 value, and we know that from the previous expression, what is V0? Here we need to find V0. V0 is the output offset voltage. V0 is equal to I2 RF minus V1. Okay. So instead of this V1 I am going to substitute. Then we have I2 RF minus IB plus into R compensation. Now I am going to use that expression here. Then V0 is equal to, this is I2 RF minus V1. Instead of V1 what I have substituted? IB plus into R compensation. So what is I2? Just I am going to substitute this I2, equation 7. Here you can find IB minus IB R compensation by R1. I have substituted I2 into RF minus V1. Okay. I hope you understand. So this is I2 RF term and this is V1 term, this which was obtained from equation 2. Okay. Now after simplification, just what I am going to do is IB plus R compensation is taken as common. Then what we have? IB minus into RF, just I am multiplying this minus. If you take IB plus R compensation value as common, then we have 1 RF by R1 and from this plus 1. Okay, if you take IB plus R compensation as common, then we have this expression. Okay, then on taking LCM, let us see that in the next slide. On taking LCM from this, RF plus R1 by R1 RF. Then what I am doing here, R1 plus RF by R1 only. Just for this expression, I am going to multiply and divide with RF. So in denominator we have RF and numerator we have RF. So as we know that in the bias current compensation we have already derived. Then R compensation is R1 is in parallel with RF. So just substitute instead of this parameter as R compensation. So just I am going to substitute instead of this as R compensation. Then R compensator value, R compensation value cancelled out. Then finally we have IB minus RF, IB plus RF. On taking RF as common, we have IB minus IB plus. So finally we got the expression for the output offset voltage due to the difference of this bias currents IB minus and minus IB plus. We have this expression. So finally we can define, we know that the difference of these two bias currents due to which some voltage will be appeared at the output terminals of op-amp. So hence this is called input offset current. It is the difference of these two bias currents IB plus minus IB minus. Usually this bias current effect, because of this bias currents only, some output will be present, some output will be appeared at the terminals of op-amp. This is all because of this bias current. So in order to nullify the effect of this bias current, we are going to use a compensating resistor. Okay, because this is the unwanted voltage. Here in this case, we are not applying any input voltage, though because of this bias current or input offset current, some voltage will be appeared at the output terminal. What is that voltage? That voltage due to input offset current is given by this expression. Output offset voltage due to input offset current is IB minus IB plus into RF. Okay. Now here, let us calculate the output offset voltage. Output offset voltage due to bias input offset current is IOS multiplied by RF. That's what we have derived just now. Okay. Now, let us see what is input offset voltage and what is the effect of it. Here, I am not applying any voltage to the two terminals of op-amp. Here, this is the input offset voltage. This input offset voltage due to which some voltage will be appeared across the output of op-amp. Now, what is input offset voltage? Even though the two transistors are identical, but due to some mismatch in the transistors biasing, there will be a difference of voltage appeared across. There will be a difference of voltage appeared across the two terminals of op-amp. Here, there will be a difference of voltage appeared across the two terminals of op-amp, even though we are using identical transistors. So that voltage is usually denoted by the symbol V suffix O. That is called input offset voltage. Input offset voltage. What is this input offset voltage? This is the voltage appeared between the two terminals of op-amp. Even though we are not applying any input voltage, because of this input offset voltage, there will be some additional voltage appeared at the output. So this is the unwanted output or the noise. So that has to be nullified because of this input offset voltage. So let us see what is the effect of this input offset voltage. Here, if you consider this expression, VIO is the input offset voltage due to which the output offset voltage appeared. So if you see here, this is either non-inverting terminal or non-inverting amplifier or inverting amplifier, depending on which we are going to calculate the output offset voltage. Now for example, here I am going to take a non-inverting operational amplifier. Then for the output offset voltage due to input offset voltage is, if it is a non-inverting amplifier, output offset voltage is 1 plus RF by R1 times of input offset voltage, then the total output offset voltage is V0 is equal to, this is due to input offset voltage 1 plus Rf by R1 times of VIO, and the second term this is due to input offset current. So this is the total output offset voltage which is contributed due to the input offset voltage and the input offset current. So in this way we can calculate the output offset voltage. This is the additional voltage appeared at the output of operational amplifier whenever we are not applying any voltage at the input side of operational amplifier. So this is the additional voltage. It may be either positive voltage or negative voltage which may be added or subtracted from the actual output voltage when we are applying at the output at the input terminals of op amp. So here this is the final output offset voltage expression due to input offset voltage and the input offset current. Here the effect, this is the additional voltage which is the unwanted voltage. So the effect of input offset voltage on the output offset voltage can be reduced by providing DC offset null pins, and the input offset current effect can be nullified by providing the compensating resistor to the one of the terminals of op amp. So in this way we can reduce the effect of input offset voltage and input offset current on the output offset voltage appeared at the terminals of output terminal of op amp. And this output offset voltage is the voltage appeared at the output of operational amplifier whenever there is no input voltage given to the op amp terminals. Okay, thank you.